All right, welcome back to Danksco Traders App. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's yet another week, and today is a Monday analysis. Let's start the week with insights, with market setups, with understanding how this week is going to be going through, how we're going to be going through this week, and I'll be anticipating several trades throughout the market and throughout this financial accessory trade right here on this channel. Otherwise, I want to say welcome Julius, welcome the rest of you guys who are still joining and are part of this community of traders. Now, without any further ado, you guys, you know the drill. We pray and get started. So let's get into this. Father, we say thank you for yet another week, and for yet another day that you've given unto us to be part of this community and to be part of this opportunity of trading online. And as we start today, Lord, we ask of your wisdom and knowledge, and of course of your blessing to be guiding us through as we trade, as we look at market setups, as we look at signals to take advantage of, and of course as we make profits today. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, good morning Lucy, how are you? Right about now, let's go straight into crash 500, guys. You know the drill already, and of course don't forget to give us that thumbs up, and of course to give to subscribe if this is your first time here, and of course don't also forget to share to your family and friends, to WhatsApp groups. You never know who might be interested in such a market. All right, so crash 500. Let's go to H1. We needed that sell on Friday. Actually the sale started, but I was already out of the market. Those who remember, I told you once I was taken out, once the two trades I entered were taken out, I moved out of the market. So I was unable to enter this, even though it followed the analysis right there. I told you we were anticipating price to react from there to hit that trend line as a sell move, those who remember, on Friday. So it happened either there or here. It respected this level, which was an order block to the left, so it respected it and dropped down for the sell. So congrats to anyone that followed this Friday analysis and was able to trade crash 500 sells. So right now we don't need them. Now let's go to H1 and look at today. In fact, let's look at H4. Yeah, price hit the trend line, and we wanted buys from that trend line to take us all the way up to that OB there, and I think it hasn't reached it yet. Apparently it's reacting to this level, but it's likely to continue. Because this is a break of structure on M15, so it's likely to continue. So the buy is likely to continue according to this, and then come to that OB, which is an H4 OB. Now if we were to look at the actual analysis on the daily, we are looking for buys strongly. Why? Because we are within this structure. You can even have it on the weekly so that you can see it. That is the structure that we are in. Now we are still strongly bearish according to weekly time frame, but apparently now we are bullish on the daily, meaning we are looking for some liquidity about that level, and then we can drop down and get a breakout. Remember this analysis, price can eventually go all the way back there, or look for this fair value gap within on the weekly there, and then drop for the sells once again. So whatever we are doing, we have to be we have to know what price is about to do. We have to anticipate what price is likely to do and be cautious of the general trend. Sellers are still strong on the weekly, but that doesn't mean we don't buy on the daily. That means we will be anticipating buys on the daily to look for the liquidity on the weekly that was left here on this fair value gap. This is a fair value gap, a weekly fair value gap that is on the daily. So if we go to H4, we already know that daily we are looking for buys, but then H4 is getting overbought, which may later give us sells, So according to M15, this is our break of structure. So if price fails to break this high, then it will drop for the sell. But according to daily, H4, we've already seen that it's likely to continue with buys and actually come to that order block, that previous order block. Then from there we can anticipate sells probably according to H4. Now there's a lot of things that are going on here. That's why you have to be very, very careful with the way you trade this asset. Still have our support level right all the way there. Still have that as a support level according to daily time frame. So if daily wants to buy, all right, okay, I see that. So we are going to look for sells anytime from now, but I won't be entering sells right. I won't be entering buys here. I may wait for another opportunity for sells on that level according to H4. Once I'm in clear for the sells, then I can enter sells. But let me show you this before we can actually conclude crash 500. This is a support level. What do we see here? This becomes a change of character on H4. You have to understand that becomes a change of character. This is where we had our previous low and price failed to break that lower low. Now we saw that the lower high was taken out there. Now we are looking at a new higher high above there. So if price gives us a higher high there, then it will drop for a higher low, probably here or down a bit here, and then we get enough momentum to continue with buys according to daily time frame. So whatever we do, we have to understand this. If you're looking at analyzing, according to smart money, you have to also look at what structure you're having, and of course also knowing the signal you're getting from CCI like me and RSI, that combination, to know what is likely to happen in the next few hours. In the next few hours, we're about to see sells drop down according to M15 and H4, which will be just a pullback to give us a higher low. Then on H4, a higher low on H4. Then later we come in with strong buys to continue with buys according to daily time frame. You have to remember that daily time frame, we are strongly looking for buys. So whatever you do, trade properly, because we are likely to see a pullback today, consolidation there, then tomorrow, then we are likely to see continuation of buys today, then tomorrow hopefully we see a pullback. You never know, tomorrow we may see a pullback, or a pullback may even happen today. So let's wait and hold on and see what is about to happen according to crash 500. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been crash 500, and I've already shown you on M15. If price fails to break this level here, then we are in for the downtrend, which will be a pullback according to M15. According to M15, this was where we saw our change of character, then higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high there, higher low here. So it is looking to break that previous higher high. It is likely to break it and come to that H4 order block, which will now become a resistance. Then we get a pullback down just like that. So let's leave it on M15 and move to Boom 1000. So Boom 1000 Friday, let's look at Friday pullback, just like we anticipated. So the buy happened on a Saturday. The buy that we wanted happened actually on a Saturday. So I hope you guys were able to trade it. I didn't trade on Saturday, so I was unable to do that. Look at that, hit the target perfectly. That is where we were looking at right there. Hit the target perfectly, and then Sunday, which was yesterday, started to sell once more. So congrats if you traded on Saturday and were able to make this money. We are able to make that money. This was the analysis. So if you followed the analysis on Friday, congrats. We don't need this anymore. We have exhausted it. So now let's look at today. All right, so price has gone all the way back to that level, which is an order block on H4. Clearly see that. So we have the order block here, and then an order block here mitigating that, and then now we have this valid one. Apparently that is the one we are currently using. So price has reached it 3 times, making it a strong resistance level according to H4. Down below here we have a support, which was which gave us where we saw this change of character according to H4, gave us a fake breakout to that support, then later gave us a change of character, and now it has given us a higher high there, and it has dropped down. Now it's looking for grabbing liquidity from this fair value gap. This was a big fair value gap that was left behind. So what do we do here? Nothing. We just keep waiting because it has not yet mitigated it fully. You normally know that I wait for those who have been with me for quite some time. You know that for a mitigation of a fair value gap, I wait for at least mitigating it 50% so that I can start to think of entries. So right now we are still selling, but we need to confirm this even on M5. Now remember, price can mitigate it and go through it even, and then come to this order block, and then it comes to that order block where this buy momentum started from. That strong buy momentum, that's where it started from. So price can eventually come to that order block, and in fact I may remove this for now and actually look at that mitigation to actually get enough momentum to break our current resistance above there. So what are we going to see now? According to H4, we've been overbought. Yeah, that's what is there. According to daily time frame, however, we need buys. That's why a strong buy is anticipated after price reacts back to that level. Right, so if you clearly see on that level, that candle there, which was Saturday's candle, it was a strong buy candle, closed closed strongly without even a rejection. But yesterday we saw rejection. Why? Because price had reached that resistance level, and now it is still trying to look at going back into buys or first reacting down, according to what we see. But we've already seen on H4 that it's likely to drop for this pullback. We have a fair value gap here which hasn't been mitigated fully. We have an order block where the momentum, this buy momentum started from. So those are two important levels the price is likely to first react back to. So if we are to confirm what we've just seen, we need to look at M15. What does M15 show us? M15 shows us that it is oversold. It has even given us equal lows right down here. Those are equal lows. So what do we do? Nothing. Why? Because I cannot trade something like this. Yes, of course, H4 was showing us it is overbought, meaning sells, but M15 says buys because of what we are seeing right here. Now, I'm not going to go with what I'm seeing from the signal I'm seeing from CCI and RSI. All I know now is that I'm going to see consolidation right about there, price failing to break that. In fact, let me have this right here, right there. So price failing to break this, then a drop. It is going to be a consolidation. Let me go to H1 and 30. Yeah, it is going to consolidate within here, then later it will drop, for this move. So for now, no business. Don't even try to trade this right now. It is going to take some hours before it can give us this. So I wouldn't be looking for buys now, even sells. I would wait for buys right here or within this fair value gap, but not where it is currently. So wait to make any decision right here for any buys or sells. Sells, you may get a sell. Those who are scalpers, you may actually get an entry for the sells, but just hold on. You may actually say, I want to enter sells. Once it breaks there, then you can enter that sell below that support on M15. Alright, so that's it. Let's go to Boom 500. What happened? Let's see. This is H4, H1. Boom 500. This was the first trade that took me out, I believe. Yep. When we were here, according to M15, I was looking for the pullback a bit here to reach a little here, then we can enter buys later. So it took me out. I was looking for a short sale before we can buy. So it took me out earlier that day. Yeah, that was the first loss. Of course, it was a small one. You can see the stop loss where it was. So now we need to look at today. We wanted sales either there to start. Let's see if H4, that was the analysis, either to start selling from there, but we never saw it actually continue with enough momentum. We were anticipating if it reacted there, that would have been a heads and shoulder, but it never did, so that was no go for us. Then we saw a breakout before the day closed on that level, which became a strong signal for us that buys are going to continue. So Saturday came, actually we saw that on a Saturday, so reacted again Saturday, then Sunday we saw buyers coming in again to continue with buys. So if we look at it on H4, we have a break of structure, meaning we are still strongly bullish, even though CCI shows us that we are overbought. It doesn't make sense when we have a break of structure here, so you don't follow what you're seeing on CCI, you follow what you're seeing with price action. And clearly, if you look to the left, you may see the reason why CCI is showing you that it is overbought right about there. That is another level where price had given us that reaction. So it is that conference area, that's where we are seeing price giving us that signal of overbought. Having seen that, I now wait. I have to wait for M15 to give me a reversal signal, because now I know sales are going to come through. Right, so already we have a signal on M15 right there, but is it enough? It is not enough. All I need is price to react again there, probably according to H4. So something like this, it's likely to happen, something like that. Then we can come in with a sniper entry to drop down, but until then it's gonna be a no-go for me right here. Yeah, it's gonna be a no-go for me, but I know sales are coming. If you enter now and you enter sales, then your stop loss is gonna be big all the way up there, because price can eventually break a little to give you a fake breakout to looking for liquidity pool above this OB, that resistance. So you have to be patient, have some patience with the setup to work out before you can decide to make an entry. Now if we go to daily time frame, we already know that buyers are strong, yes, but we cannot forego what lower time frame shows us before we can come in again with buys. Yes, that is a break of structure, but looking to the left, we see that there is that level. So unless price breaks that, unless price breaks this and retests, we cannot think of buys now. We can only think of sells according to H4 and M15. But if it does break out, on this resistance level on H4, then we can anticipate a pullback, then we can make our entries. But until then, we are looking at this according to H4 and M15. V25S. All right, so V25S, okay, the analysis happened, the buy that we wanted here, those who remember, this is what, H4. So when did the buy happen? I think on yesterday. Remember, we were looking for buys from here. This was the analysis, buys from this support to get up there, either to start selling from this level, which is that OB, and we clearly see that now price has reached it. Remember, we don't trade Sunday and Saturday, so it was still consolidating within Saturday and Friday, so we couldn't still trade it. And still, even if I was trading on Saturday, I would not have entered it. It was not yet ready, so it pulled back and gave a perfect entry, which was yesterday, for the buy yesterday early morning. And look at that buy, and hit that level during the night yesterday. And then now, according to H1, this is a change of character, and price is reacting to this level right here on the H1. So it means it's gonna have to look for enough momentum to break this to come down for the sell. Alright, so I don't normally love analyzing on H1, so I would love to see this on M15. Alright, I see that, so it's okay. Yeah, we can use it. So alright, let me first take out some of these things that we are not going to use. So that move has already happened. This one is what we are looking at apparently. This one from there is the one we are trying to anticipate, or that one, or break and continue for that. So let's now delete these, delete that. So price can eventually continue with these buys to there, and then it gives us the sell. Now that it has just given us a pullback, or according to H4 you can see we are still looking for buys. So if we are still looking for buys, we are likely to first reach that level. Now if we have seen that, let's first look at daily. Daily we need sales, but sales are not yet ready. Yeah, sales are not yet ready. Now the buyers are still strongly looking for that move. This was a change of character, a change of character here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now this H4 has just started. It's likely to be a buy also, looking at the previous H4, how it closed. That is a good thing. Now looking at this conference area, price was unable to break it. It tested it 2 times failing. That means it is gonna be a strong one. That's why M15 is going to get ready for the buys. So we have to wait for M15 to give us the buy entry. According to what I've seen, I'm going to be removing this for now. Just put it here, just in case it fails to break that, then we have a buy. Let's see, this is H1. So all we want here is to wait for perfect buys according to M15. Looking at M5, price is still coming down. So you want to wait for a perfect buy. When price reacts back again here, you may not even hesitate to make your entry for the buys. Those who trade V25S, please, if you don't trade it and you've never traded it, you need to first study it and understand it. Understand which lot size are you going to use on this asset, because it is a heavy asset, just like Jump 25 or gold. It is a heavy asset, high leverage asset. Yes, it is. If you're in the right direction, it can give you some quick money, but if you're wrong, then you may as well see reds that you don't need to see if you're not patient. So let's wait for something like this, for M15 confirmation of and get up to that level before we can think of sales. V75. Alright, V75, yeah, it played games until it took me out. Yeah, it played games, did manipulation games there until it took me out. Yeah, when it took me out, you can see later, of course, it was having a low momentum. Our TP was there. We were looking for a 1 to 2, and clearly you can see after hitting that 1 to 2, it couldn't continue. That was our target there. So that target was hit on a Saturday. it was hit on a Saturday. So now all this is no longer necessary. That was a buy that we were looking at before we could think of selling this asset again. So all this can go. All this can go now. I don't need any of this now. Let's now head over to H1. So yeah, price has reached that level. We wanted price to reach there or here, and now it has reached there and the sales have begun. So the sales are valid. We are on to that sell right there. Delete that. Let's go to H4. So that is the sell there from H4. Now we have a breakout from this level, and now the retest is on. So I think we are getting ready for another sell move. The retest is on. Delete this, delete that, delete this, delete that. Alright, so I believe the retest change of character, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then drops for a lower low. Now it's looking at that level. Previous H4 has been a rejection from buyers, but it can be even a fake move. I want to understand this right here to see if I am coming in with sales anytime from now. Yes, we have now gotten to our supply zone. What are we looking for in that supply zone? Let's zoom in and see. We know this sell is coming, so what are we looking for in this supply zone? We are likely to be looking for a wick. Let's confirm on M15. Alright, so that's the very thing. So it's not going to break this. It's actually looking for some early sellers right up there, the stop losses, and then we drop perfectly for this very sell. Why? Because this is where we saw the change of character, and now it has given us our first lower low. So it's looking for liquidity above there. It's looking for liquidity above there, or even to the order block right about here. So you can put the order block and have your sell entries to that order block. This is where we are going to be looking for our sells. Alright, this is an entry that you cannot afford to miss, whether you have a small account or a big account. This is an entry that everyone cannot fail to, and unless you decided not to trade V75. But yeah, this is one of the assets that I advise everyone to trade. It is no longer that volatile, but still it is a heavy asset, because if you know how to play with lot sizes, then you can get what you want, whether with a small account or a big account. Okay, so this is one of the assets that behaves like a forex asset. So yeah, that's why I love to trade it. So we are getting ready for the buy. Be ready, be ready. This is just a liquidity move, a liquidity grab move to later drop. We are getting this kind of a drop afterward. Let's wait and see how it's going to play out. Jump 50. Alright, jump 50, it gave us a break of structure there. Now clearly for the past days it has been strongly selling, and now we see even a breakout from that very support. Let's go to weekly. Now we are looking at even breaking this. Remember, I told you it was a no-go for us the past 2-3 days. It was a no-go for us because it was heavily looking at selling consistently, but without giving us an entry. That's why we couldn't enter it. Yeah, so even now, no business. You can see clearly, no business. It has broken that support trend line on the weekly time frame, which is crazy. It's headed to this other support right there. So what are we doing? Remember, according to weekly, we're still selling strongly, but I think the sales are getting dealt with anytime from now. We are likely coming in with buys anytime from now. So I want to first delete all this that I don't need, even this fair value gap. I see a fair value gap on order blocks or whatever it is. We delete it, we don't need it. Yeah. Buys are coming in this week. Buys are coming in this week. So whatever you want to do here is just wait for a reversal signal on H4, not even on daily time frame, just on H4. That's where you will get your buy entries from. Right now this is a break of structure, so it's looking for a new lower low. So until we get a reversal signal, there's no business with this asset. You can see what has been happening on M15. This would have been a perfect entry for the sell yesterday, having reacted there, failing to looking for the liquidity grab there for those the early sellers up there, and then dropped massively, and now it is still dropping. That would have been a perfect entry for the sell on M15. So no go that on that asset. Jump 25. Alright, jump 25. Okay, so I see what we needed on Friday. Retest here, then we can enter buys. So the retest happened on a Saturday. You can see that retest happened on the Saturday. After reaching there, then it pulled back to the same level I was looking at. So retest happened on a Saturday, and that would have been the perfect entry for us. Then yesterday it continued to buy massively. So what do we do now? This is a break of structure, so pull back to where this could be a point of interest. Why this level? The reason is because this level here mitigated this order block, that mitigated the other order block. So this move mitigated this order block. That's why this is important for price to react back to and then give us another move. All right, now let's look at it in terms of H4, and that's how you clearly see it. This move mitigated this order block on H4, then this move mitigated this order block on H4, giving us a double bottom, or you can say a change of character right about here, right about there. That is where we saw our H4 change of character. Now price reacted all the way there, gave us a change of character, then a higher high, then it's dropping either to this order block, because this order block is what mitigated right here. This was mitigated right there, so this is the previous OB. So price can come to this OB and then give us the buys. then give us the buys to take us all the way up there. But also I want to show you that for it reacting there, it's gonna be in regard to our discount zone or our demand zone right there. It's just below our 61.8, and then we get our buy entries. Now we need to confirm all this with the lower time frame for an entry. According to M15, yes, it is dropping. Looking at price action, let me show it to you. That was a change of character right there. Then lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It's looking at giving us a new lower low. It is failing to break it, but still strongly selling. So meaning if it sells here to give you a lower low, a new lower low, then you know that it is pushing. But as we speak, it is consolidating, as you can see, 3 times failing to give us a new lower low. That tells you that there is a possibility of it going fast up and then later drop, because of the times that it has done here failing to break that level. So it can first move up before we actually come in with the sales again. So let's actually go to M5 to understand this. Yeah, according to M5, it is likely to do that. According to M15, it is likely to do that. It is in theory. This is, I don't see why it has to go back. Now, don't get me wrong, that we are not market makers, we are just market followers. So the reason why I don't see any reason for it to go back there is there's nothing like any liquidity that was not mitigated. Maybe the stop losses of the sellers above there, but apart from that, there's no other liquidity. There's no other liquidity. This order block was mitigated right here. This fair value gap was mitigated right here. So there's nothing left at all why price would be going back there, unless if it is going to look for the stop losses above there. Yes, unless it is going to be looking for that. But until then, I mean, apart from that, I don't see why or what is going to stop it to drop down for this move. I don't see it. Alright, so no business here. I'll just leave it for now. Go back to H4. Let's remove this. And let's go to jump 10. Alright, so this played games. The M15 was giving us a signal to first buy before we actually break out. That's why I was looking for buys right there, strongly looking for buys. Faked us with that buy move at first, then later dropped and broke the trend line support and even the support itself right there. Tested it, then continued to sell strongly on a Saturday. So this buy analysis here, it was never considered. So this was off. That was off. That was off. It's a weird way on how it played that on us. Alright, so dropped for that sell, and let's see on H4. Alright, so we see that, and then why did my price react here? Let's delete these, even this, because it was never respected we see this on the other end. Some weird levels where price reacts to. So weird. So I delete that. Even this, I think. So let's do price action, change of character, and right, change of character, lower low, so it's looking for a lower high around here. Right, what is this? H4, 715 is still buying? Not really. We have this, price has failed to break it. Price has failed to break that. This, if this is broken, then that gives us a change of character for the sales. But looking to the left, this was a break of structure right there. This was a break of structure right here. That was a break of structure right there. So whatever we do, we have to know that we are still very bullish according to M15. We are bullish because of that break of structure. This is a lower low, a higher high, higher low. Price has failed to break that to give us a new higher high. So if it breaks this, then we have started a downtrend on M15, but until then we are still bullish on M15. According to H4, yeah, we need sales, and if I am using my fib in this manner and do that, then I can understand why price is reacting there. Yeah, that is our supply zone. Price has reached that supply zone, and clearly that might be the reason why we are looking at sales. All right, so but I've told you, according to M15, we cannot do anything unless it is a clear confirmed reversal signal for us. If we go to M5, I believe the entry started. So yeah, I think we are good. We are good to wait. We are good to wait. We are good to wait. If you decide to make an entry now, which I'm actually inclining to do, then your stop loss goes above here. Your stop loss goes right about there. If you decide to make an entry, which I'm contemplating to do, price is below my 10 MA. According to H4, it has reacted. It has reacted within our supply zone, or call it the premium zone. So all these are issuing us a sell. Yeah, price failing to give us a new higher high and reacting to that order block becoming a support, it is a signal for us. And of course, looking at CCI dropping there from that level, it is another signal for us. All right. Of course, looking at H1, price reacting to that retracement level on CCI, it is another signal for the sales. According to H4, we have already been looking at sales right there. So this was just like a pullback to later continue with sales. So all this new H4, the previous H4 closed like that with some rejection from both ends, but then this one has started with a strong sell. So all this is pointing us to sales. Now I leave the decision to you to make. If you want to enter now, it is also okay, but waiting for this and for that is for the risk, those who have mastered patience and they can wait for this kind of a move. Yeah, So I'm not going to enter until I see something like this on M15. Gold is our last asset. Let's analyze it and we call it a day. All right, gold Friday. Let's look at gold Friday. Yeah, it happened just like we anticipated, came back to the trend line on that level there down below here, to that confluence area, and then later we saw a breakout. Remember, I told you I can only enter once I see a breakout like this on M15, I believe. Yeah, so it happened. You can see that there, breakout, pullback, and then it continued. So I couldn't enter, of course. Remember why? I have a maximum of 2 consecutive losses. I'm out of the charts. So once I get 2 consecutive losses in a day, I don't trade anymore. So that's what happened on Friday, and I couldn't trade anymore. But now we already saw this, so we now know that price is continuing with buys. Those who were here on Friday, you know what we talked about there. So the buy is on. Don't even dare to think about sells. Look for buys. If it does give you a pullback, then you have to wait for the buys. The general trend currently is a buy. Why? Because this was a change of character. Price was reacting here to grab liquidity and then continue with strong buys. The previous H4s, as you can see, they've been playing games like that, but now this one has started as a strong buy. You're not a market maker, so even though M15 is showing as if it is going to drop, it may not. It may actually break and continue with buys, looking at how this H4 started. So don't do anything yet until probably price breaks up here, then you can make your buys immediately. If price breaks that M15 resistance right up there, then you can enter your buys. So for now, I want to delete everything right here, right there. All that price is coming there again. So let's delete all this. We have already used it. We have already used all that. Let's go to H4. So price is coming there, right about there. So what are you going to do? Are you going to wait and make an entry? Look at M5. M5 is already giving you a buy signal. So that's why it is very tricky for anyone to look for sells, like I've told you. So please hold any decision of selling and just wait for buys. Like I've said, I'm likely to wait for a breakout up there according to M15 up there, or a breakout on this trend line on M5. Then I can make that sell to come, the buys to come in. That's it for today. Please, gold is giving us buys. Gold is giving us buys. Anyone who is looking at selling, you are going to be taken out. You are going to be surprised and you're going to lose money. So don't force any sells. Even if it does give you this move, it is going to be just a short while, and then later we have enough momentum to break this perfectly and continue. So instead of risking to sell here, you rather wait for the buys. You rather wait for the buys above there. That's why I'm saying if it breaks that level, I'm entering buys. I may not wait for this, or if it happens all the way here, then that would be even a very perfect entry for me to enter buys. But I'm not going to look for sells because anything can happen, just like we've seen on M5. This is a change of character on M5, which can eventually give us an entry just when market reacts around that level to actually give us a breakout right here. So know this and trade carefully with this asset. That's it. Let's do a recap. We call it a day. I want to remind you guys that the Feb classes are already going on. If you want, you can register now. Start to register for the March classes. Yeah, the March classes will be also on this year. I want to do a lot of classes so that anyone who is within our community is having the same knowledge of the charts, the same understanding of the strategies we use, so that we don't leave anyone behind. Then for the signals, they are also available. This is the second week, so you can still join us and have a discount from 15 to pay about what, I don't even remember, $12 instead of 15, and be part of the signals. But if you can't, then you can wait for the fresh month, which will be March, for you to be part of the signals group. Anyways, let's now look at where we started from. Crash 500, yeah, reacted here, and the buys continued. Like I told you, it is still strongly looking at buys, so no business. Boom 1000. All right, so let's see. Continued with the buys, reached there. So I told you we are going to be looking for sales, but only and only when we get a clean entry, and clearly H4 is not yet ready for the sales. That's why we are looking at that buy according to M15. So seeing this shows us that now price is going to try and react back, and then it is likely to give us another breakout or consolidate around there and here until it is ready for the sales. So right now I'm not going to be playing games with M15. I'm just going to leave it because I need sales to be ready for this pullback. That's what I'm gonna be waiting for. Boom 500, no business yet until I see something ready for the sales. Yes, it may not drop down for this, but it may go up and gets ready for the sales. So no business yet until it is ready for the sales, and it is one of the assets we are likely to trade today, hopefully. V25S, a drop like I anticipated is happening, and then a buy later, then a buy to take us up there. So let's wait and see for this, if we are likely to get in with this buy or a breakout here, If it breaks there, then an immediate sell will be coming through, if it's not a fake breakout. V75, all right, has reached there. Like I told you, it's looking for the liquidity of the early sellers, the stop losses of the early sellers. This is a liquidity pool above there, and it has touched that order block. So the next thing that we will be anticipating is sells. Hopefully around midday we will be looking at selling this asset massively. So get ready, because we are going to be selling this asset. Jump 50 breakout. This is a no business kind of asset. Don't even waste your time on it. It's still strongly selling until further notice. Right now you can see what I was talking about. Buys to first react either up there, looking for the stop losses of our early sellers up there, or breaking this level and continuing with sales. But clearly you can see that direction it has taken. Our analysis was like that. It has now decided to take that direction. Look for that kind of buys. Now, can we make this entry of buys? I believe we may. No, we have no business with this asset. We have no business with this asset. It's crazy. So it's very crazy. No business with this asset yet. It's still having some things to rectify yet for us to be able to trade it. So don't focus on this asset right now. Jump 10, we need a structure like this for the sell. So V75 and jump 10 are the likely assets that we are going to be trading today. Gold is also likely to give us an entry, so we wait. So gold, jump 10 and V75. The rest of the assets, no business really. No business. The rest of the assets, no business whatsoever. But V75, jump 10 and gold, these are going to be my focus for today. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow same time, 10:30 to 11:30. And of course, those who are on VIP, we are still together till the day closes. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.